Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to an episode of my F1 2019 Manager Career Mode here with Ferrari for episode number 11 today at the Singapore Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous one at the Italian Grand Prix, then be sure to go check that one out before you see this one. That was a very important episode because in that one, we got told for the very first time that if we don't get first place in the championship, we will be fired. The team championship, that is. The drivers won't really matter too much, but Vettel is leading the way still after a brilliant win at the Italian Grand Prix. Unfortunately for Leclerc, we only managed P4 there, fell away a little bit. Some of you guys suggesting maybe I should try more aggressive strategies with Leclerc, and I'll take that on board. I think we'll try that maybe at Singapore. You know, maybe if Vettel's doing a one-stop, we try two-stop with Leclerc, because this tyre wear has been consistently pretty poor. And actually thinking about it, previous career modes we've done on this game, I've always gone quite aggressive if the drivers can't do the tyre wear thing. So maybe that is a way to go. But for now, we're still trailing Mercedes then after that calamity we had at the Belgium Grand Prix. Still trailing by 8 points, but we've closed that up after that win at Milan, so that was good at least. And so here to Singapore, hopefully we can get another win, or at least just points over Mercedes to try and get back into the lead of the championship, and hopefully not be under too much pressure from the chairman. But we're going to have a quick look at the pit stop crew then, just check everything's kind of okay. We've got level 16 there, 1%. If we've got better, I would like to swap him out. Here we go, 0% there. Actually, that's perfect. I don't know, how on earth have I missed that then? Was he there before? I don't believe so. Everyone else is pretty good then. 0.7 is not too high, and that guy's also got 16, so I want to kind of keep him there. So in terms of new hires, is anyone to hire? No one's screaming out really. Maybe 16 on the rear jack, but is there anyone? No, we've already got 17 on rear jack. That guy's 0.9, but still. So I'm going to kind of basically reject all these guys. No need to hire anyone new from this kind of new pool of people. But in terms of fit parts, we had a brand new set of brakes that were built at the very end of last episode, literally the end of the last episode. So we'll wait for the car to be repaired after Milan, and then we can actually strap that on. Simple question, which one of your drivers is better? I'll say Vettel, but it won't matter too much. It won't affect Leclerc in any way, shape, or form. But there we go. The aftermath brakes being built, done. So we'll move forward by 1 day. The car will be repaired, and we can start to improve these. So let's go ahead. We don't actually have anything on reliability to do now, which is amazing. So we'll just add this on. In terms of removing, I will remove, well, it doesn't matter actually. Both these brakes are the same. So I'll remove one of them, add this on. This is already the best brake set, though, we've got. So even without improvements, it's already a step up, basically, from where we were. In terms of reliability, this is 72% already. So I can pretty much go to, like, well, literally 45.5 and be fine on the reliability. So that's all good. So we'll probably design... Well, I was going to say, probably design a new set of brakes. Where are we in the season? We've got 5 races left after this one. I would say this upgrade here is going to be the final upgrade we do this season, I think. Because I think we then need to start saving for next year's car. So we'll go for one final brakes upgrade, plus 25. And we'll go with what's going to be the highest. That is 1085. That's 1,100. And these two are not anywhere close. So we'll go with that. It's going to take 2 more days. But that'll still be 2 days before the Grand Prix, actually. So that's pretty decent. Pretty big gap between Milan and Singapore. So that will be the final upgrade we do to this Ferrari car. I think really we should then start saving 25 million. If we save up to about, let's say, 5 races, 15 million more, about, 35 million, 38 million or whatever, something like that. That'll be a pretty damn decent amount. You add on like 90 million or something for the prize pool that we're going to get if we were to go on to win the championship. That's a very decent amount for next year's car, so that's what I want to do. If I feel like maybe late on, let's say we get to, I don't know, Japan, and maybe we're struggling to keep hold of the championship, maybe we do a last-minute emergency upgrade, but I feel like I really do want to kind of just hold things right now and kind of save it for next year from this episode onwards. So the report on the race then is a 35% chance of rain at Singapore, so we'll see how that develops there. We've got Racing Point cutting the ribbon on their freshly new handling development centre, so they spent 80 million on that. Vettel saying we're carrying great speed through the high-speed corners, so he's just complimenting the car. I've got a lot of those emails over this season, just complimentary emails about the car, basically, so it's good to see. Right, new set of brakes is being built, so we can now remove this one and add that one on, and add that to reliability. We're going to move that all the way over here, so it'll get done completely, because that's already the best set of brakes straight away, so that's really good. So as we move forward to the Grand Prix, it's going to be, look at that, 92 and 88. You love to see it. So we've got 2 new brakes for both drivers to give them. That's awesome. Right, so in terms of tyre wear, it's going to be high. We are doing, it looks like, is that the short layout of Singapore? It kind of looks like the short layout of Singapore. I'm going to go to Singapore, view all track layout. Is this the only track layout? I'm sure there was a longer one. Or is that the short... I might be just making things up, but that might be the short... I don't know. I might just be making things up there. Right, we're going to move forward. Right, tyre selection. We'll go for 7 sets of super softs. We'll go for 3 sets of softs and 5 mediums. For Leclerc, I will go with 7 sets of super softs. I will go with 5 sets of softs and only 3 mediums, because I am going to go more aggressive with Leclerc. In terms of fit parts, I will give Vettel the second best set of brakes, Leclerc the best set of brakes, and then everything else will remain the same, pretty much. So both of them have an upgrade, basically. So in my mind, Vettel still got a better car than he had last race. Obviously, Leclerc just has an even better car with the brake set, but obviously that's offset with everything else we've been giving to Vettel, because obviously he's the man that's been doing the job getting first place, so it makes sense. But all dry, apparently, in these indicators, so we'll see how that goes. Knowing the game, obviously now it's been two dry races in a row, so we're kind of due maybe a little bit of wet action, but we'll see about that. Alright, so taking practice with Vettel and Leclerc a little bit differently this time, because we've got this difference of, you know, how many tyres they've got and what we're going to go for potentially. So we're going to go out on the medium tyres with Vettel, but the softs for Leclerc. So the feedback will be a little bit slower, so we might be pressed for time, you know. I don't know. If we have to faff around too much with setups in this practice session, they may just not have enough time to get level 3 for individually, because they're going to both do super softs. That'll be fine, but both of them are just working alone on their set of compounded tyres right now, so we'll see about that. Hopefully this setup will just kind of be okay straight off the bat, but I don't think so, knowing me. So let's see, you know, my luck with it. Let's come in and... Oh my god! 3 excellence! Off the bat, that is exactly what we need. Right, 8 laps. Vettel, just go out and do the medium tyre stint then. Go on. Don't need to do anything else. Right, with Leclerc, a little bit of tweaking needed, but with Vettel, sorted then. He's already sorted. I couldn't ask for more in terms of what I wanted from that. So, in terms of handling for Leclerc, probably go towards understeer then, I would seem, because there's more to go on that bar. So, probably somewhere about there. We're going to bring the speed balance back down to earth a little bit, and we'll see about that. I'm going to go for 8 laps anyway on the softs and let him get the knowledge as well. Don't want to waste too much time, but I'm begging these bars go up pretty quick, because I think we're going to need at least maybe 10 minutes or so to get the super softs done. So, I don't know. We're only on level 1 there. We're not even at level 1, sorry, with medium tyres, so this might be a very tight squeeze at the end for super soft knowledge, but I think it'll be worth it for Leclerc, especially when it comes to the race, to have this different knowledge going into that compared to Vettel. Right, Leclerc's super slow, level 1 on soft tyres. I think once Vettel's got the medium tyre done... I don't know. All right, bring them in. I can't. Leclerc's so bad on the feedback that he's actually so slow. He's only got level 1 right now. We're halfway through the session, so really appalling stuff. So we're going to go qualifying trim, 3 laps. Race trim's done, yeah. So we'll put them both in quali, and at the end of this, I might just have to sacrifice Leclerc's knowledge to make sure we get the medium tyre knowledge, because that is so slow. He's not even halfway through level 1 to 2 on that. Right, this was the wrong way to go, so once oversteer then. So let's go that way. Bring this back down to there and see how that goes for him. Qualifying trim, 3 laps, super softs, go. Speed that out. Come on, man. Oh, that takes an age for him to do this setup. Jesus, right, okay. That should speed through. So that'll be done. I'm gonna have to bun off Leclerc with the soft tire. I'm gonna have to put him on the mediums just to get the knowledge to level 3 for Vettel. Sorry, mate. Just you're too bad at feedback, it would seem, in practice sessions. Last 3 minutes of the practice session, we're going to get through to level 3 of medium tyres. You can see there's clearly not enough time then to really do much on the soft tyres, which is a bit of a shame, really. We'll bring Vettel in, maybe send him out for a quick little spurt on the soft tyre, just for the sake of it, basically, but it's really not going to do much there, because Leclerc comes in now. I don't know, let's quickly just do this for the sake of it. It might just about help at the end. We've got enough tyres to go for a fresh set. Let's go. Can we get anything? Can we get level 2, maybe? With 1 minute to go in the session, we've got level 3 on super softs and mediums. Can we get level 2 at the end? It looks like we could just get it. Actually, yes, it's worked out there. Just at the end, we got level 2. That's all right. That's decent. That's decent. We got to look at the difference when Vettel chimes in. We got to halfway through level 2 to 3. That's how much quicker Vettel is at getting the knowledge there. So that's all right. Level 2 for Leclerc for the race, for the soft tyres. I think that's pretty decent, actually. Right, so qualifying, all dry, it would seem. So super softs in quali for both drivers, of course. That's we don't need to faff around with other tyres, really. In the end, the setup was 2 excellence and a great for Leclerc, so looking good. But Vettel, obviously, with the monster 3 excellence setup from the get-go. Absolutely crazy. Right. We're going to take a set of soft tyres. I'll take that worn set of soft tyres, actually. Don't need to use another set. And probably the same thing. Worn set of soft tyres should be fine. Our car is looking very, very decent these days. And hopefully, as has been the case for all the past 5 episodes now that we've moved on to the middle tyre for Q1, we should be perfectly fine. Right, so we're about like 1/10 off, 2.3 tenths off there with Leclerc from Bottas on the super soft tyres, so pretty decent pace, I would say. Once again, we're looking good to battle for pole, but of course that's been the case. Mercedes do seem to tend to kind of speed up a little bit more, even more so in Q2 and Q3, so that's not exactly representative, but you know, it's looking good again. All right, Q2, and it is raining, so the 30% chance of rain has come into play here for Q2, so this might just open up things, because you can see here it's a little bit damp. Although, I was about to say, it might open up things because we might start on a free choice of tyres next for the race. But it's going to stop raining after 4 minutes. So there's no point going out. I don't know why any of these guys are going out on inters. There's no point. It's going to get dry. Just need to keep an eye out if it gets wet again later on. If it does, we need to... Okay, yeah, there's a very short window here. There's a very small window here of going on the dry tyres. And we need to play this correctly here. So it takes a whole lap to go out. So I say we probably leave the garage... like now, pretty much. Set of super softs for Vettel, set of super softs for Leclerc, and try and basically time this correctly. They're going to have an outlap on a damp track, but now, as they start their lap, here we go. It's near enough dry now, and so they'll finish their lap under dry conditions, or should do, as they come through to the end of the lap. Yep, just about as it starts to rain, they'll finish the lap, and they'll go 1 and 2. 1.2 off the pace is Hamilton there, so good stuff there. They can now come in. Tyres might be a little bit worse for wear, maybe, but we now have to start on those tyres, basically, obviously for the race, so we might have screwed ourselves a little bit, but the thing is, I don't know, like, yeah, we could have qualified on inters, because everyone's doing it on inters, but also Hamilton's now gone to super soft, so I don't know. We could have got away with maybe inters. So, in hindsight, I don't know, maybe we'll end up kind of screwing ourselves over. Maybe Hamilton and everyone else will have a free choice of tyres, but I think that was a logical thing to do. But it might come back to bite us trying to be too clever there. But we get through to Q3 then. Let's see if it rains there. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's gonna finish raining here in Q2, so logically it should be raining in Q3 at the start, but obviously we saw at China, wasn't it? When it was a monsoon at the end of Q2 and it was all dry in Q3, so sometimes the weather just changes in an instant in this game through loading screen. And there you go, it is changing instantly through a loading screen. It is now all dry and sunny for this part of qualifying, so we'll just go out on a set of super soft tyres for their first run. And see how they do. We'll have 2 goes of it. Obviously, I don't think it's going to rain later on. The track group's going up and up and up, so I think we should be fine for that. We'll obviously wait and see. But let's do this first run and hopefully get provisional pole and maybe get a provisional 1-2 as well, because we've been looking pretty handy there. But Vettel going purple there. Leclerc 2 greens. Vettel across the line. It's a 1:14.7. And Leclerc, oh my god, 6 tenths off. Hamilton splits us because that's a really poor lap. Really poor lap from Leclerc there. Very, very poor. He definitely needs to improve. Is there rain coming? No. That's good. Right. 6 tenths off. That's really piss poor. Right, come in. I'll send Vettel out in a sec, basically. There's not too much traffic actually going on, so I'll send him out now and try and improve this lap time. And Leclerc, I will wait till the last minute, basically, for the track group to go as high as we can, basically, to give him the best chance. 2 perfects. Great outlap there for Sebastian Vettel. I'll wait till about 2 minutes and then send out Leclerc. Now, right, Vettel improves his lap time, so he went even quicker. He did a 14.7, so 1/10 faster, I think that was, for Leclerc, for Vettel. Now, Leclerc, what's his outlap going to be? Perfect and overheated, not amazing, but hopefully now this will be a much better lap time. Let's see. Green, we need green. It's white in the first sector. That's not good enough. He's gone slower. Green in the second sector. 4 tenths off. That wouldn't be enough to pip Hamilton, though. This needs to be a good last sector. Across the line, it's not. And Leclerc does not get Hamilton. So Hamilton stops the 1-2 for Ferrari here. Bottas off the pace. Verstappen actually in a sandwich there with Bottas. Red Bull sandwich. But Vettel grabs another pole position. Absolutely awesome stuff, mate. Hamilton second place, though. He could jump us off the line if we're not careful, so let's watch out for that, especially if we've got worn tyres and he has a fresh set of softs, super softs, because of that whole Q2 raining debacle. So we're going to have to watch out for this. This might be a trickier race because of that entire Q2 situation, but at least we've got pole. Right, so we're starting the race, apparently, on intermediates, because it's going to start to rain at the very start, so this has saved our bacon. This has completely saved us in terms of what happened in Q2, so ignore everything I just said. Absolutely great stuff. So we'll start on inters. It'll be dry in the first lap, but it will get wet enough for inters, and then it looks like maybe a dry race at the end after lap, let's say 15, I think that is. So in terms of strategy, I don't know really what to go with. I'll go with race trim and mediums for Vettel, because we want to go long, and to be honest, I know we were going to go aggressive with Leclerc, but it might be wise to do medium tyres as well for him if we're stretching it, but at the same time, I know the tyre wear won't be there for him, so might go soft tyre level 2. I mean, let's just go for it, the knowledge we got for him, and just see how it goes, basically. It's a 43-lap race. It's quite long, actually, so there might be... There's definitely going to be probably 2 stops for Leclerc after the inter-periods pass. We'll go attacking and overtake mode, and, well, we'll see. Well, now I'm kind of looking forward to the start of this Grand Prix, because we could have a good chance, because everyone will be on inters, of course. So here we go, then, to 5 red lights, to the Singapore Grand Prix here from first place in third on the grid. 5 red lights are out, and we're underway, and Vettel gets a good start into turn 1, and is ahead of Hamilton, remains ahead of Hamilton. Leclerc drops down to P4, as Verstappen has got up into P3. He's in a Red Bull sandwich now, Leclerc is, but as we now push on, Vettel should be able to kind of pull that gap. Obviously, Vettel's got that trait of being good in the wet. Hamilton does as well, but I feel like Vettel's such in fine form at the moment. You know, he's a full 5-star rated right now in the game due to all the morale boosts and the kind of winning mentality boost that he gets for winning the Grand Prix, and so he's looking mega. 1.4 the gap already. He really is. This is the 2013 Vettel, basically, what we're seeing here in this game right now. Leclerc got back up into P3. He's re-overtaking Verstappen. Didn't see where that happened, actually, but he's got into P3. He's now on the back of Hamilton, which is good to see. Magnussen with a crash with Alonso there with a penalty. The rain's now fully starting to come down, so let's try and cool this off a little bit by going pushing. And also, I don't want to burn too much fuel at this stage of the GP, to be honest, with Leclerc or Vettel. So I'll go medium, because I want to try and save fuel for later on and in the dry period, really. So we'll just fast forward then and see how this kind of progresses. It looks like Vettel has got this under control. I mean, look at that. 3.1. Vettel, absolutely unreal right now. He's doing bits. He's crazy right now in this mod. He's absolutely doing it. He's basically what Vettel's doing right now is what Hamilton was displaying in the first half of the season. I think just because he's got that momentum of wins now, he's just it's all boosted his stats so much that he's just pulling away so much when he gets into first. And obviously, like I said many times, being in first, I feel in this mod, especially with Hamilton and Vettel's AI, is so important. When they're in first, they just get this multiplier, and it just goes so much better. Leclerc, meanwhile, still keeping Hamilton honest within about 1 second or so, so we'll just keep at it. Obviously, we're trying to maybe not push as hard as we can on the fuel. We are going to push on the tyres a bit. I mean, I want to try and bring those tyre temps down a little bit, but, I mean, we don't need to really care too much about tyre wear, because it will come in on lap 15. Right, we're on lap number 8, and we have got a situation, actually. Scratch what I talked about with the tyres really not being that bad. Leclerc's tyres, horrendous. 26%, even Vettel's actually 39. So we might actually have to make a quick pit stop halfway through, and I think we should probably do that sooner rather than later. So I'm going to go attacking with Leclerc. I think everyone's going to have to make another pit stop here, so I'll do one with Vettel. Yeah, Kvyat's in, so I'm going to come in. We have to come in. The Inter's actually horrendous on the tyre wear, so we'll come in with Leclerc. Vettel will continue on for one more lap then, and come in on the next lap for Inters. But yeah, really surprising actually for that. So Leclerc's in. Hopefully no mistake on the pit stop as he drops down. Tyres overheated for someone. Right, Leclerc's in and out. P7, good stuff. Right, we'll go medium because that fuel now burnt it all to minus 0.8. We'll go neutral there. Well, actually, no, we'll go pushing now. We can go pushing on this second set. Vettel's going to be in. Gasly's pit onto medium tyres straight away, which is a massive gamble, which I don't agree with. So we're going to come in for Inters. I think this is the way to go, honestly. We're going to not set the fast lap of the Grand... Oh, we're not going to set the fast lap of the Grand Prix because we came in for the pit stop. But, yeah, we'll now push on. I don't think there's any point... Yeah, just push out flat out. There's no point going to dries right now. There's no point. They're going to be too slippery. Way too slippery. Right, Vettel sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix. driving mistake from him, though, but he sets all purple, so looking good. The gap is 3 seconds from Leclerc to Hamilton. I'm hoping he can kind of catch it up right now in the next lap with the track being so damp still. Whereas Vettel, he's just pulling the gap to 12 seconds. He's going faster. Hopefully Leclerc can. Right, I'm going to come in for Vettel now. We've got 30 laps remaining. The medium tyres go 20 laps. So probably if we push them, pretty 15-15, so a one stop basically in the Grand Prix on 2 sets of mediums, I think that works out for Vettel. So we'll go for the balance pit stop for him. He'll come in. It's perfect timing for him. And then Leclerc, I will come in as well, mate. For you, let's do softs. And let's do maybe, it might be a 2-stop on 3 sets of soft tires, I don't know. But let's try this aggressive strategy then with him and see where it goes. But we'll come in, low fuel there. In, pretty good timing for him. Right, Vettel makes the pit stop, and he is going to be out in first place still. So we did that extra pit stop on Inters, and we're still in first place. So kudos, good stuff there. So we'll keep on going, mediums and high. Leclerc makes the pit stop. He's out in fourth place, but he's right behind Verstappen there, so he didn't also lose out too much there because he wasn't really fighting Hamilton. He was fighting more kind of Verstappen, really. So let's go neutral and medium and try and catch up to Verstappen, hopefully. Right, we're pushing well. We've got some decent pace. We're still stopped behind Verstappen on lap 18 here. 26 laps to go. Still a long while to go. I just don't know, like, I want to push Leclerc, but then the tyres will just wear out so quickly, but he really does need to get past now. I feel like I'll give him 2 laps of pushing, flat out. He needs to get past Verstappen, like, ASAP. So, come on, I'll give you 2 laps to lap 22. Come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. Side by side, tyres overheated. Keep going, mate, keep going. You need to get him now, and then we can... Yeah, there we go. Now we can conserve the tyres. Go backup mode, or go high on the fuel, because you still need to burn some fuel to keep ahead of him. But we'll try and cool down these tyres now, bring them back into temps, and that'll be good stuff. There we go. Look at that. The pace is looking much better as well. There we go. That's more like it, mate. That's good stuff. Right, now you can go neutral, medium, and all is well in the world. Meanwhile, with Vettel, Hamilton has closed up the gap a little. Well, he hasn't closed. We extended it back to 8 seconds, but that's obviously less than the 15 we had before with Inters. But obviously, we were only 1 second ahead of Hamilton at the pit stop phase. So actually, Vettel's done a great job at, again, stretching those tyres. We'll go medium. Want to try and get that fuel down, basically, to try and just give us some fuel at the end of this Grand Prix for a fast lap of the Grand Prix, potentially. But tyre wear levels are 59%. We said we were going to go to about halfway, weren't we? So... what was it, 15-15, isn't it? So we pit around lap 12, so 15, 17, 27. So we've probably got about maybe 6 laps to go, and then we'll pit. Because 43, 38, 28, yeah, just about, yeah. So my mental math was correct. So, yeah, Vettel's looking very good. Leclerc, I think I might go for another pushing and just pit early here. Yeah, let's go for it, let's go for it. Right, coming in for Leclerc, going to go low fuel here. He's pushed in, he's gained about 6/10 there on that in-lap, so that was pretty decent. Good pit stop, fast pit stop, no mistakes there for him as well. Good stuff, that's what I like to see. Right, we're out in 4th place. Verstappen gets us again, but we're obviously pushing harder to try and do an extra stop. Leclerc sets a fast lap of the Grand Prix, that was, or fastest last set, I think. I think he might have set the fast up the Grand Prix. I don't know. I quickly saw a purple with Leclerc's name. But he's back up into 3rd place. He's now got a decent gap to Bottas, who's in 3rd now. Verstappen's way down the order. So I think this 2-stop for Leclerc is going to work out well. We need to try and bring these tyre temps, though, back down a little bit. Right, we've got worn tyres for Seb now. So I'll go pushing for him for the first time in this Grand Prix. And I'll come in on the in-lap for the next lap, I think. Yeah, because the cliff's not too bad with these mediums. So we'll pit in this lap now. Set of mediums, partnerships fine. We'll go for the balanced pit stop, and we should be good with that. So he'll come in now. Leclerc is now good on the tyre temps again, so we'll go medium neutral. Vettel's in for a final set of mediums. No mistake on the pit stop. Good stuff, and he's out 3 seconds ahead of Hamilton, and we're going to the end of the Grand Prix. Hamilton probably might not be because he's on super softs. So we'll go neutral, medium, and we will now relax with Vettel. With Leclerc, we'll try and bring these tyre temps back down a little bit more, and then we can go pushing for another few laps, and then we'll come in for a final set of soft tyres. And oh, things have just changed. Things have just changed. It's raining again, so that is actually answered Leclerc's prayers here. That's answered his prayers, because look at that, where he is. He's coming around the bend. Vettel has just crossed the line, so he's going to have to go for one more lap here, but we'll pit in for Inters now on the next lap. Balanced pit stop. Leclerc, you can come in and get an early pit stop on Inters. That's great. Fast pit stop. Good stuff. Pit in. Go low, actually, on this last sector. Come in. Perfect timing for Leclerc. Perfect timing. Come in. Inters. Come on. Fast pit stop. Good pit stop there. Love your work. Right, go out fast. Attacking mode. We'll go medium on the fuel. Vettel's going to come in now, along with Hamilton, I would suspect. Vettel's in. Comes in. No mistake. Yes. No mistake on the pit stop. Good stuff. He's out in second place right now, but Hamilton is yet to pit in this GP then. So let's push. Go medium. Actually, go low for Vettel, really, because he needs to save fuel desperately. Right, Hamilton, when does he come in? Hamilton's not in yet. Hamilton's not in. Very weird behaviour from Hamilton. Right, Hamilton's finally pit. He's in second place, 7 seconds back from Vettel. All good, so we can save fuel with Vettel and just go on. Leclerc, the tyre wear on these inters is really quite bad, but we're actually now 5 seconds ahead of Bottas, who's yet to pit again, so we're comfortably in third place with Leclerc. And we're not really closing. We're keeping the gap under 20 seconds to Vettel, basically. All right, so final lap of the Grand Prix. Both drivers should be fine for fuel, really. So I can go overtake mode, actually, as we go through now. The final lap, 1 in 3 it will be. It's been a great race for Vettel. Purple first sector, despite being on inters, is pretty mad. As the fuel just goes down a little bit too much there, just at the end. So just watch out for that. Go to medium again. But Vettel round the final bend. And it's a fastest lap of the Grand Prix on the last lap in inters conditions. Kind of shows how slowly we were going on the mediums with Vettel, to be honest, and Leclerc. It's kind of bad how slow we're going to kind of conserve the tyres, but absolutely awesome job. The win, 2 wins in a row again for Sebastian Vettel, the Singapore Grand Prix. Hamilton second place, and Leclerc does a decent job to be in third. Obviously couldn't match Hamilton, but I wasn't expecting him to. He did a good job to keep Bottas and Verstappen at bay, and so we outscored Mercedes in this Grand Prix. Great stuff there by Leclerc, and I feel like the aggressive strategy, you know, obviously the inters period here changed it, but I feel like we were going to pit that lap or the next lap anyway for the final set of soft tyres. I think the aggressive strategy worked out really well for Leclerc there to at least stay ahead of Bottas and Verstappen and co. So that was at least very positive there. So all round, very good Grand Prix for us then. 1-3, fast lap the Grand Prix. Very happy with that. So the trophy's now going back to Maranello, and as we come through there, Vettel 36 points ahead of Hamilton in the championship. Looking good there. And there we go. 4 points only, though. That's still very close, but we're at least back in the lead of the championship by 4 points. So the chairman will hopefully be happy and won't be asking for my head once more, sending me any more threatening emails. But very good stuff there. That's literally the perfect kind of scenario I wanted. Now, obviously, more perfect would be a 1-2, but needs must, you know. Beggars can't be choosers there in terms of Leclerc's pace. So that was the best we could have hoped for there. So again, nice, cool bit of money brought in. Vettel's already going up once more again. His stats just keep on going up and up here because he just keeps on banging out some, good results, obviously. It's now 7 wins for the season, I think. I think that's 7 wins in this season. Kind of shows how far we were from Merck, that Vettel's had to win 7 races just to bring us back in the championship. Like, Merck have won 4, we've won 7, and we're only 4 points ahead. So that kind of shows how poor of a first part of the season we've had and how inconsistent we were. It's almost like, really, the season we've had is almost like the real-life Ferrari season. We started off really bad, and now our car's the best car on the grid. We're doing really well. The difference is, obviously, we probably came good a little bit earlier than Ferrari did in real life, because we came good after maybe the first 4 races, whereas Ferrari took, obviously, maybe 2/3 of the Grand Prix championship. But yeah, great stuff, great episode. So guys, if you did enjoy that, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, subscribe for weekly full-on content. I've been around for how much this day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.